I want you and that young man to tie that knot. I'm gonna pray for you. And I want you to hold on to God's unchanging hand, because he helped Joshua fight the battle of Jericho. Yes.
It's the O.N.E.
He helped Daniel get out the lion's den. He helped Gilligan get off the island.
Let me get straight to the business. Got them lions in the building. Why you lying to the children? Why you lying to the children? RIGHTEOUS. Man, you know I've been to bed. Man, they know no contest. Yahuwah, he do the bless. We will not see you tomorrow. Cause you cannot go to thought. All the sons and all the daughters. Standing all with big manodas. But my son, he made me Taurus. On that line, I'm still a Taurus. Karate kicking Chuck Norris, 4-5 on my waist. If he started, will not hesitate to get retarded. Oh lordy, he ain't got a PowerPoint, he farted. He's running to the hills like a Philistine. G-Hawk hitting Hamites with the guillotine. Situation turned up with the Ratchet team. JJ 7000 to the debate league. I know them haters gon' hate me, but he won't debate me. Pistol off safety. He respond, come wake me. If I don't get up, nigga shake me. If he don't show up, then he fake G. I touch down and make these nigga nuts hate me. Dear brother. Balling and crawling all the way from H-time. Let me get straight to the business. Man, them lions in the building. Why you lying to them children? Why you lying to them children? You gon' cry, you gon' get it. Me, I'm like a frog, nigga, ribbit. Of course, it's in the spirit. I just got the Porsche, she can steer it. Michael got the raw, Shaq and Willie. Lamborghini doors, you better not spill it. Mama's high, say I'm more than just a villain. Mama's cry, arms open wide for her children. Suicide, immortalized as the realest, Death by cop, black suicide. Let me get straight to the business. Got them lions in the building. Why you lying to them children? Why you lying to them children? RIGHTEOUS. Man, you know I've been there. Man, they know they no contest. Yahuwah, he get Wow, what's that? Why didn't take it over? Number one debate league, you heard me? When it's up, it's stuck.
Lions in the building while you're lying to them children. Talking about we bringing debates and all that. Nah, man, nah. Welcome to the Lionsden, ladies and gentlemen. My name is JJ 7000. You know what I'm saying, man? It's been an eventful couple of days up in the den. Let me see who up in there. What's up, Open the Knowledge? I see Vicar Emerson World in the building. Marquise L. I see you peeking around, lurking, making sure that nobody say no pseudo mess. T15 Miles in the building. Yeah, the indigenous black man. You know what I'm saying, man? Hey, y'all see the y'all see the title, man. Andrew, student, the new Lionsden people champion. Hey, he calling out Mighty Hebrew. He got rid of that small little fish, the little guppy bowl. You know, look, to Corey, he done ran you out the league and took your title. You know you and him was supposed to be doing the second debate. Flat Earth, round Earth. You run around here talking about some flat Earth, man, bro. And now you done ran out the goddamn league, man. So we have a we have a new Lionsden people champ, Andrew the student, aka Andrew the hunter beast. I heard they call you that too, man. He got a plethora of names when he get into his mode. But before we introduce the new champ, the new Lionsden people champ, you know, shout out to Apostle, the Lionsden discussion champion, and shout out to our intercontinental champion, Zion Warchild, the Smushinator. We got 3 champs over here. Actually, we got 4. Sister Liberated, the women's champ, is coming back. So Christina Nick, you better cross your T's and dot your I's. You're getting studied right now. That's right. Welcome to the den, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead, Sister Karima, the queen of the Lionsden. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Then we're going to get to the new people's champ. So Corey, he ran you out the goddamn league. You got to unmute your mic, sis. All right. Andrew, can you hear me?
Yep. You loud and clear.
She probably handling some business. All right. So when the sister come back, she'll go ahead. Y'all know what it is, man. You know what I'm saying, man. Andrew, let me ask you this. Is my screen blue?
No, I see
y'all screen is blue. Okay. All right, man. Now, brother, Andrew the student, man, you just came up out of nowhere, brother. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell them where they can find you. As a matter of fact, we have hired Andrew the student as a new Lionsden production manager. We got a technical team with Karima. We got a production team. Hey, we finna take this to the next level. Go ahead, Andrew.
Yeah. Y'all know the vibes. It's your boy Andrew the student, aka Andrew the Great. We outside right now, so people need to catch up. I'm trying to take this somewhere else. Shout out to the Lionsden. Shout out to Karima. Shout out to JJ. We having a good time. We got a lot going on. Y'all can find me on Instagram at Drew Vlogs Go Hard. And my company is Numbers Media Group. You know what I mean? I do videos, reels, we do events, music festivals, and I really want to tap in to what I enjoy most, which is the conscious community. So I think this could be a good partnership. And I look forward to more debates. I had a good time at the last debate. I don't know what happened to Buddy, Takari.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean? It really threw me off because before the debate, he was so confident. You know what I mean? He had me going back studying. I was looking at my work, making sure I was right. Because I'm like, man, he's so confident. Let me check my math. Maybe my math was off. And things just kind of spiraled out of control. You know what I mean? So shout out to him. Tell him to get his mind right. I know he live on the edge sometimes, and I ain't trying to push him off the edge. I want him to get his mind right, and I want him to find reason, man. Find reason. If you reason with yourself, you can get yourself together. But I got your belt, so you know it's a new people's champ.
Title. No, it's yours now, man.
Yeah, I got the belt. I got the
Comedic.
belt.
Can y'all believe this? Comedic is the Lionsden people champ. That lets you know the Lionsden ain't biased. That let you know it's been former champions that's been comedic. We had the commission up in here as one of our champions. We had Tahuti Amon Ra, Tahuti Brown up in here, man.
Okay.
I think a new Kakarot even held a position one time, a middleweight position. We have champions from all walks of life. So I don't understand what they mean by we biased over here, man. Y'all gonna have to cut the nonsense out or come up with some goddamn receipts. Proof.
Yeah.
Go ahead, champ.
But we had a good discussion. I felt like I won the debate, and I apologize to the people. I'm gonna give y'all more next time. I do media, so there's no reason I didn't have a PowerPoint. You know what I'm saying? My Mac was just rendering a video, and I couldn't stop it. I was getting paid for that video, so I just let my Mac sit there. But I'm gonna have a full joint for y'all, and I'm gonna make it special. It's gonna move. It's gonna talk to you. We're gonna get some new stuff on here. So stay tuned for that. You know what I mean? But during the discussion, after I beat Buddy, man, people started calling in, man, and they was aggressive, man.
That's how it go, man.
Hey, they was a little aggressive, but I feel like
tell me your experience about that, man. Well, you know how you felt about that situation, man. You handled it nice.
Yeah. Well, one, I was flattered because I understood what it was. You know what I'm saying? They just saw one of their brethren get taken down. I don't know if they believe. I don't know if they believed in him or not. Maybe they believe in. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't mad at them. It's like showing up after the game and you know what I mean? And you like, hey, why you dunk on LeBron like that? You know what I mean? Somebody in the bar, man, I was dunking on LeBron. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's how they felt. So I was flattered. Secondly, I liked it because I felt like they had more information on the topic than my opponent. You know what I mean? So they pushed me to where I had to give like real information. It made my information even more sharp. You know what I'm saying? I was wielding my sword with the velocity was a little stronger. The angles were more creative. You know what I mean? I was taking out 2 or 3 at a time. What I didn't like about it is they discipline. Man, I felt they're undisciplined, talk over. It wasn't a debate, so I guess it's a free forum, and 3 against 1. Everybody is trying to get their little piece in, so they got to have decorum when they talk to me. I don't just talk to everybody. They got to have some decorum when they come on here.
Right, y'all heard it. Y'all heard it here first. The new Lionsden champion is looking for decorum when you get engaged with him. Now, let me ask you something now. Now I see you calling out the mighty Hebrew. Do you know this is a whole nother different type of animal that you're dealing with? Far I ain't calling him an animal. I'm talking about he can take in the deep waters that you can't come out of. Explain to me you and his discourse. Like, what do you disagree with the mighty Hebrew? Go ahead, Aki.
With the mighty Hebrew, he actually knows enough to know he's wrong. He's one of those cats. He's like, because he know, like, if he know about the Hyksos. Let's start from the beginning. Our discussion moved on to the Hyksos. We was talking about the 15th dynasty, and we was pretty much breaking it down who they really are. Who they are historically was my angle, and he was going who they are biblically. You know what I'm saying? And he was using a lot of semantics and like low-hanging fruit, things that like beginners do. And I was feeling like he was doing that to hide. And so, I just kept pulling layers back to where he couldn't hide anymore. And that's when he lost all decorum.
Say it ain't so, mighty Hebrew.
Man, all discipline went out the window.
That's the war clouds you're talking about, man. You sure we talking about the same guy?
We talking about the same guy. You know what I'm saying? He lost it all. So, and he had some buddies. I would slap him around, then slap his buddies. But man, I want to have a real discussion with the brother, because I feel like, how we do the hot seat, how when you can just mute his mic and he gotta listen and really respond. I think he's gonna have some trouble with me, because I stand on facts. He stands on his interpretation, and he has a fringe interpretation, by the way. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what he's really trying to say. He's making the Hyksos characters out of the Bible, and he's trying to do.
Stop! Oh man, you just can't say that and just lollygag in the tulips. But when you say something like that, now say that one more time. He making up what? Before you answer that, mighty Hebrew, he didn't mean nothing by slapping you around. That's debate talk. I'm not letting the brother disrespect you. I just it's just debate talk. Yeah, because you do that. Some guys want to debate you if you so you gotta be careful. All right, go ahead, man.
Tell him, I'm new here. Tell him my bad. I ain't trying to disrespect. I'm using terms.
That's how I talk, man. I mean? Yeah.
And also, let me put a disclaimer out. I would never debate somebody I don't respect. You know what I mean? If I don't respect your knowledge, if I don't respect your caliber, your pedigree, if I don't respect none of that, I'm just gonna laugh at you and troll. But him, I respect what he's talking about. And I feel like he's close to the truth, but he's keeping certain parts out to hide their true identity. The same way they hide from DNA. You know the drill. It's certain things that Hebrews hide from because it takes the cloak off, just like on Scooby-Doo. When they find out who the bad guy really is, when you take that off, they have an issue. So they're going to stay away from DNA. That's first. They're going to stay away from the Hyksos conversation. That's second. They're going to stay away from the whole 15th dynasty. They can't walk.
Well, hey, I tell you what, Andrew, Stu, you like that old JJ retired. That sounds like an interesting debate. You ain't got to worry about me. You see, I'm retired. But hey, champ, let me tell you something, man. They got some guys out there, man. What do you think about like somebody like a Pastor Bennett? Go ahead.
Pastor Bennett. Pastor Bennett's the man. I rock Pastor Bennett. I gotta remember, like, check it out. I know. This how I talk.
Now, I slapped him around. So all the ones that you say the man, JJ just slapped him around. Now,
JJ do his thing though. That's what I'm saying. I hold you in that regard as well. I hold you in a high regard.
I want you to carry on the tradition of the people's champ. See, Corey wasn't doing that. Yeah. Ruger the Lion. Corey didn't got ran. He ran the new people's champ right here. Andrew the Student, Andrew the Great. He done ran Corey out the goddamn league, man. He ran over there to Judah Nazareth. You hear me?
Yeah. Going on. Nah.
Go ahead, man. Hey, you go ahead and talk for a minute. I gotta take a 2-minute break. I'm gonna get my coffee refilled. Kareem, hey, the brother need to share. You know how it go. She got you. All right, go ahead, champ. Carl, you gotta be ashamed of yourself. Go ahead, champ.
That's what's up. Nah, but when it comes to this debate thing, it's people that I respect. You know what I mean? Even if I disagree with you, even if I disagree with your conclusion, even if I disagree with how you got to your conclusion, there's certain brothers that that gain my respect. And Pastor Bennett is one of those. I would love to have a discussion with him. And I feel like his his practice or his discipline is more broader than just talking to a Hebrew. He'll go into the New Testament. He'll go into the Holy Spirit. He go a lot of places, and my studies have taken me there as well. So I would love to have a discussion with that brother, and see what we could do. But in regards to the mighty Hebrew, I've seen him around. I've seen him on SciNet. I've seen him on some other platforms, and I rock with a lot of the things he has to say. It's a couple points that he's just inaccurate on. He's false, inaccurate, and he got to write books. So I'm like, are you skipping pages? What are we doing right now? You skipping chapters? Like, what is we really doing right now? Like how you gonna look at the same math I look at and get a different answer? You know what I'm saying? I understand interpretations, but we can't interpretate time. And as we started to talk, I started to see where we kind of go away from each other's conclusions. He balls up time. He says that these Pharaoh lists and the time is off by 400 years, so this person can't be this person. He gets stuck in like simple linguistics. He's like, well, Hyksos means foreign rulers, so that could be anybody. That could be the Nubians. That could be anybody from anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? He'll take a small point like that, which is actually accurate. The Hyksos can be used to talk about other people besides the 15th dynasty. That is very accurate. But we can't get stuck there. Like, how do you get stuck there? We're talking about a certain time period. So if I corner you down or marginalize the conversation to the 15th dynasty, it's no reason for you to bring up Nubia. It's no reason for you to bring up the Phoenicians. It's no reason for you to bring up these other people because I've already marginalized this conversation into one small time period. I even went further and started calling out the names of the pharaohs. You know, I started calling out the names of the pharaohs. Now, if you know the name, the time period, then I brought up the people that we have in museums. We have their bodies, bro. Like this is real people. So I don't know how he confuses himself. And I feel like he does it on purpose to stay away from the truth. Because the longer you talk about this Hyksos situation, a lot of bad things arise from my Hebrew brothers who I rock with. So please don't take this the wrong way, but a lot of bad things arise for them when we talk about this subject. Because when we do that, we're going to get into Baal, we're going to get into Set, we're going to get into the African equivalent of the devil. Because that's what y'all was on. That's what history says y'all was on. And you saying that's you. So it becomes very uncomfortable for them. And it's a lot of squirming, a lot of backtracking. They try to muddy the waters and bring up all type of stuff, man. If anybody has that, that conversation from the last debate, go back and listen to it. And you're going to see a great tap dancer. You're going to see them tap dance all around this joint, bringing up things that has nothing. They start bringing up the wall of Jericho. You know what I'm talking about? Like, when you get to talking about the Hyksos, now they taking it to Jericho. They bringing up, what's your boy name? Hezekiah. They starting to bring up everything that ain't got nothing to do with this conversation. Because it's hard to have this conversation. This is a divisive conversation. I really don't even like to have it with Hebrews that I really rock with. You know what I'm saying? Because it's divisive. It just is what it is. It's history. There's no way to go around it. You know what I'm saying? It's like speaking about slavery with a white person. You know what I mean? They're going to feel away. It's divisive. This is what y'all was really on. Like, y'all was really on this. And y'all really gained a lot from this. It's hard for them to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? They'll go back and change the history books. You see what's going on in Florida? They'll go back and do all type of stuff because it's hard to have that conversation. And this Hyksos joint is one of those. I'm kind of just talking to him a little bit before we get into the specifics. I was waiting for JJ to come back. I'm not sure if he came back, but if he's not back, if Kareem is still here, we can just talk We can talk about like how that conversation went. We can talk about our differences. We can talk about some of the inaccuracies that he was putting out there, and he got a powerful voice. So when he does an inaccuracy, when he displays a flaw or some misinformation, it has a ripple effect because people look up to his word. He's earned the trust of a lot of these people out here. He's earned the trust of these people. So when he says some inaccurate stuff, they're gonna run with that. But nah, we got a fact check, man. This is we got a fact check.
Fact checking them. That's what I'm talking about. You know, now what did he say particularly? I don't know if I said that word right. What did he say that kind of threw you off, Andrew the student?
Well, we can start with one of the small ones. One of the small ones was the talk about Josephus. You know what I'm saying? He was really talking about what Josephus said and what Josephus didn't say. And he was inaccurate. And he was saying it with his whole chest. So I don't want people to be like, I don't want people to listen to that because that's inaccurate. But he was saying that Josephus was saying that the Jews were not the Hyksos. And that is inaccurate. I'm not gonna call the man a liar. Maybe he skipped that chapter. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he read it wrong. But no, that's not what he says. Josephus, the book is against Apion. It's called against Apion. It's Josephus writing against Apion because Apion has an even worse story to tell about the Jews. So this is really Josephus taking up for the Jews. You know what I'm saying? So for me to explain against Apion, I first have to kind of speak about Apion so you can know why Josephus was against them. Apion said they were like some of the worst rulers in the world. They came in, took over, and they were expelled. And when they left, it was a priest with a name that's hard to pronounce, but it's like Osiref, something like that. I can spell it to y'all if y'all need it. It's hard to say his name. He talks about a priest leading the Jews away into Canaan after they were expelled, and it was like a clan of lepers. He's talking about a clan of lepers being led by a priest, and he says the priest later changes his name to Moses. This is what Apion said. Okay, now Apion said this like 400 years before Jesus. Apion said this like 400 years before Jesus. He said this like 200 years before Josephus. So Josephus is really writing against the dead nigga right now. That's like me writing against somebody from the 1800s, like me trying to correct Frederick Douglass or something. That's what's going on. We got to keep time in its context. Apion said something and Josephus disagreed with it. And so Josephus says, nah, that he was not a priest leading some lepers away. No. They were the Hyksos. They were the Hyksos. This is what Josephus saying. They were the Hyksos and they were expelled and they founded Jerusalem and Canaan. He's breaking it down. He tells you how they were expelled. He tells you who expelled them. You know what I'm saying? And the beauty about this conversation is that Josephus is saying this, BC, before the common era. Now we have archaeology on our side. We got people digging in the dirt from the 60s to right now, and they'll tell you exactly who the Hyksos are, who was there, and what's it called? Teladava, that's the real name for it now, but they go by Arborus. So they'll tell you who they dug up and who they found. And so and then we found the story that they actually was expelled by Akhmos. So we can see that some of these ancient stories told by these historians, told by a Jewish historian, by the way. That's so important. And don't hit me with the Ashkenazi Jews and all that. This is a Jew from like 200 BC. You know what I'm saying? This is an early Jew. So we know who said this, and I feel like his words mean something. And so he has to deal with that. And so that was one of the small things. He was saying that Josephus didn't say that, and he was 100% inaccurate. It's anybody can Google it. I have the book, so he can easily read the book. If he needs a page number or a chapter verse, I can send it to him because that's a small one. And if we can't get over stuff like that, people start to lose integrity. That was kind of the problem that I had with Takoria. How do you say his name? TKO. You know what I'm saying? I was having problems with
it's Takori. He got KO'd. He's no longer TK. He got KO'd. He KO'd.
Hell yeah. But when you pull the layers back, I had the same issue with him. It's hard for them to tell the exact truth.
Hold up, champ. Mighty Hebrew said, "What's this WWE? Nah, this the Lionsden. You know how we get now." Get in here.
Yeah, he know
Go
the
ahead,
vibes. Hey, I must make him feel that way. Yeah, bro. It's like this is Randy Savage talking to you.
That's
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
The
You know
Randy
what I mean?
Savage of the Lionsden. You better
Real talk.
tread lightly, Mighty Hebrew, when you're making them type of statements. Go ahead, champ. Get it in.
Yeah. So that was the biggest one. He didn't know what he was talking about with Josephus. So we gotta correct that. And if he corrects that, it's gonna take him closer to the truth. Another thing a mistake that he was making is that it's hard for him to stay focused on the historical Hyksos. Once you pull 2 or 3 layers out, these are the Amorites. Hey, these are the Moabites. These are the Moabites, and we all know they come from Amalek. What the hell that guy do? What we talking about? What do you? Okay, so you're making them a character in the Old Testament. That's fine, but we have these actual bodies right here.
Oh, actual bodies, Mighty Hebrew.
With actual names. We can't find the other Hebrews. No disrespect to nobody out there. We can't find the rest of y'all. We can't find nobody else, but we can find these. And this is what their DNA says.
Hold up, champ. See, JJ didn't retire now, so I don't have nothing to say. But you other Hebrews, this brother is calling y'all out. Eliara, he looking at you too. Y'all supposed to have. I mean, it ain't neither one of y'all fault why the debate got canceled. But hey, Eliara, you on the chopping block too. You hear me? I ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm just talking about
I like Yara.
People's champ.
He
carried the spirit of JJ. He don't care who it is. That's right. Go ahead, champ.
Yeah, I like Yara. Yara is a man of reason. I can reason with him. Some certain people I can't reason with. You know what I'm saying? When they get to talking about flat earth and everybody has to be one of the 12 tribes, if they go, it's hard to reason with those types. But Yara, I can reason with him. So I respect that brother. And he can get tossed around too. Pause. If need be. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I like this new champ. That's right.
So that was that. What else we got?
Champ, hold up for 1 minute now. I heard you say something about flat earth. Now, the former Lionsden champ, that's all he talked about for 1.5 years was flat earth. Now, I did a flat earth debate just to be doing it. You know, JJ, one of the debaters, you know, I can pick a side on certain topics. Black Jesus chose round, I chose flat. You know, I'm not saying I push. It's not really important to me too much about the round flat thing. But what do you think about the Corey running around here talking about the earth is flat? Go ahead, champ.
Yeah, the flat earth. How should we speak about the flat earth? The flat earth debate, first off, is entertaining. It's one of the most entertaining things. I think they deserve their own podcast. They deserve their own podcast, bro. I can roll up and smoke and listen to them for hours. It is the most intriguing thing to me that you'll use that many brain cells on something that's so easily provable and observable. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's a terrible argument. It's died many deaths. I'm not sure why they keep resurrecting it. But what I can tell you about flat earthers is they even though they're anti-science, they know science. You know what I'm saying? So at certain points I can reason with them. You know what I'm saying? At certain points we lose it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm entertained by it. I know
you too, my brother, Mighty Hebrew. Hey, Mighty Hebrew, champ, hold on. I didn't mean to interrupt. Let me play something for you real quick before you go. Because hey, my new champ over here. Hold up, let me see. Hold up, man.
But we can't hear you because they muted you. Because you need to hear this. You know what I'm saying? You in Africa.
Listen to me. So listen, you keep talking. Let me get it. When I'm saying to you, the conventional, since you want to kind of debate, just get it in.
Hold on. Whoa. Hold on. Let me start from the beginning. You heard what he said. I'm telling you, Mighty Hebrew don't back down too often when you push his button, goddamn. Are you sure you want to get into it with this? I mean, this guy's a whole different dimensional type of being than that Corey guy. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I think he way up to Corey, you know, he's still learning. I ain't not gonna knock the brother. But hold up. Let me play it again. Hold up. Whoa. Mighty Hebrew don't go nowhere now. It was getting heated. Hold up. Wait. Here we go. Hold up.
And that is very clear. They muted you. So no, we see your lips moving, but we can't hear you because they muted you. Because you need to hear this.
You need to hear this.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen to me. So listen, you keep talking. Let me
get in. What I'm saying to you, the conventional, since you want to kind of debate, let's get it in. So when you talk about the conventional Egyptian dynastic periods, all that shit is false. The Egyptian chronology is all 484 years. That's the problem. When I ask you who the Hyksos, you're not telling me who they are. I challenge anybody. I'm saying that the Hyksos are the Amalekites. That's what I'm saying. So when you say about the Nubians came in before, and I'm letting you know also when we left from out of Egypt, it was 1446 BCE at the end of the 12th dynasty.
12th dynasty.
Most of y'all identify as the 18th dynasty or the 19th dynasty. I'm saying that about, and that is very clear. They muted you, so no, we see your lips moving.
Okay, that was.
They muted you.
I think that was a little 1 minute clip. Now I try to tell you. Now the Mighty Hebrew said the 12th dynasty. Andrew the student, you said 15th dynasty. So y'all got to figure out which dynasty we talking about. Go ahead, family. Go ahead, champ.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, that was another one of his inaccuracies. The 12th dynasty.
No.
The 12th dynasty is when they came in as refugees. You know what's going on? You know what's going on like in Texas right now on our southern border?
Yeah.
Have you seen the lines of people jumping the fence and swimming the water to get a better life?
That's right, champ.
They looking for a better life down at the southern border. And that's exactly what the Hyksos, was doing. They was looking for a better life. We're talking about some desert dwellers. They live in tents. They straight up. I mean, they was good at war though. They could fight. They had hands. You know that one brother. That's dusty as hell, but he got hands. That was the Hyksos. That was the pre-Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? I really don't like talking about it like that because I got Hebrew homies.
Champ, you bringing them out, man. We got anonymous. Look, we got anonymous Hebrew in here now. Let me ask you a question.
Tell anonymous they dusty.
The Exodus. What do you think about that? Is that real?
You know what? That's a great one. If we look at the Bible, I believe the Bible is written from one perspective. You know, it's written from a fleeing person's perspective. You know what I'm saying? If somebody chased you out of town and you got to write about it, you're going to, you know what I mean, make yourself sound good. If your guy showed up, I don't know why you ran, really. Like, if your guy, you know what I mean? So they writing it from their perspective. So I respect the Bible, you know what I'm saying? But history tells us a different Exodus story. History tells us about them getting expelled, like getting beat up, getting punched in the face, and getting chased all the way to Canaan, where we allowed them to chill. That's what history tells us. You know what I'm saying? The Bible tells us something different. And I ain't gonna never go too hard against the Bible because it's truth in there. You know what I mean? It's a lot of truth in there. And the truth that's in there, I stand on that. So I ain't gonna go hard at the Bible, but I believe that story was told from a fleeing person's perspective. You know what I mean? God helped them get away. They was trying to kill us, bro. God helped us get across this water. They was trying to kill us. We was hungry. God gave us manna from the ground. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have nothing. We thought Moses left. We started praising Egyptian guys because we thought, you know what I mean? It's a whole different perspective. You know what I mean? So they're the underdogs in their own story. So I understand it.
Hey, I'm trying to tell y'all, man. JJ done found one right here. He ain't playing no games. You hear me? I didn't do it. Corey did it to himself. First he get beat, then he ran his feet. He ran out the league. You know what I'm saying? Running behind Judah Nazareth. But like Mighty Hebrew said, I like Andrew. I will build with him soon. I see he don't understand what I mean. So he's saying you don't understand what he mean, brother.
Yeah. Well, you know, communication is one of those things that if I say something and you don't understand, then that's really on me. I need to like change the way I say it to help you understand. It's communication. That means that the message he's sending out is not being received well. It may have flaws. You know what I'm saying? It may be inarticulate. It's a lot of things that could be going on with the message he's sending out. But it's cool though because I stand on facts, so I feel like I can bring them back home. He may not be lost.
Hey, hold up. He said he finna come in here real fast. Now, JJ. Hey, JJ done got you. Yeah, be careful what you ask for, as Frankie would say. Hold up, man. Let me put the link in the chat, brother. Oh man.
I rock with him. Let's go. Let's go. Tell him I rock with him. And tell him I'm gonna show him discipline. I'm gonna show him decorum. I'm just gonna beat him up with facts. I ain't gonna bring up nothing personal. You know what I mean? We're gonna talk about these facts today. You know what I'm saying? That's how I like to give it up. And like I said, this is a divisive topic. So I'm always giving that disclaimer that I rock with Hebrews in real life. Like I live in Indiana. I live in Indianapolis, Indiana. We got small Naptown. You know the drill. We got a small country community here. Most of them are Hebrews. That's who I rock with. We tease each other, talk crazy. We eat from the same tables. I follow the laws. You know what I mean? I ain't eating no pork out here.
Oh, right. Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, champ. I was just going to ask you. I was like, you eat, champ, man. Now, you're a real people, champ. Corey was slipping off eating pig snouts and stuff. You can tell by the sweat glands. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I rock with them, man. So I got to make sure I say that type of stuff before we have these discussions, because I don't want them to see me as against them. And also another sad thing is we're brothers. I mean, if we're brothers, you know what I'm saying? People, y'all, they can't. Okay, let me slow down because I be getting excited. Let me slow down. All right. Now, if they came in the 15th dynasty,
okay, teach.
How many dynasties was before the 15th dynasty? It's an easy question. It's an easy answer. It was 14. We've been rocking for 14th dynasties before y'all pulled up. And when y'all pulled up, y'all ruled for a little bit and our bloodlines mixed. Do you understand? We became one. Not only from the 12th dynasty when y'all was refugees living in tents. We was doing it to their women then. Abraham came in and gave us his blood.
Oh, man. Wait.
Bro.
You know what, man?
Hear me out, bro.
I'm out the way. But the truth.
Hear me out. Man, Abraham pulled up and gave us his wife. The first thing Abraham did was to give us his wife. Man. Hey, you can have her, bro. He said it's his sister.
That's Sarah.
They gotta hear this.
That's Sarah, man.
He gave up his wife.
Sarah. This is Sarah was fine.
Hey, and the Pharaoh thought so too. This how you know that God's real and God was already alive and doing things. When the Pharaoh took his girl home and crashed, you know what I'm saying?
Now,
his God got mad.
Now you adding that part. Don't do Sarah. Go ahead.
All right. No disrespect to Sarah. No, I think Sarah might have got crashed.
I'm just ad-libbing with you. Go ahead.
Sarah might have got crashed. And after she got crashed, the Pharaoh came back and was like, yo, you said this was your sister? I can't be sleeping with niggas' wives. That's not how we get down here. And why did he say that? Now, listen to what I'm saying. Why would the Pharaoh tell Abraham it's against my rules to sleep with your wife? You know why? Because the Pharaoh was practicing Mayat. That's one of our rules. We got to be able to go down there and tell God, yo, I ain't slept with nobody's wife. That's one of the things that we got to say out loud to go to heaven. You know what I'm saying? We already practicing Mayat when Abraham is a wanderer. You know what I'm saying? When Abraham's a nomad, we already practicing Mayat. So that's why they need to show some respect. You know what I'm saying? So back to the timeline, they pull up on the 15th dynasty and our bloodlines mixed. We had sex with their women, they had sex with our women. And we became one. We kicked them out, but their blood was still there. It was still some mixed babies. It was still some mixed cousins. It was still, their blood was still there. And so the brothers that identify with being a Hebrew from that time period, I see you. I rock with you. You probably did get your blood mixed. You know what I'm saying? You probably did. You know what I'm saying? So it's not an issue. It only becomes an issue when you try to change facts. It only becomes an issue when you try to rewrite history. That's the only time it becomes an issue. You know what I'm saying? My brother Jabari, I say y'all don't even exist. I don't go that far. I think you do exist. You do exist, but you had a different name. And when we bring up that different name, a lot comes with that name. A lot comes with it. It talks about how barbaric you were. It talks about which God you picked. Bro, we got like 100 gods. Look at the gods you picked. Like y'all picked the African equivalent to the devil to be your godhead, and y'all built temples to him, and the temple is still standing there.
You know, hold some of that artillery back, man.
They need to hear this.
You gonna get the Israelites doing a goddamn picketing against JJ, man. Who is this guy you done brought to the table? He got too many damn questions. I need Ron Shields, Captain Zaryak. Who else out there? Gorilla Hebrew.
Yeah, it's only a couple names.
Israelites, you have been put on notice. The Lionsden Committee, People's Champion, is on the prowl. Go ahead, champ.
Yeah. But like I said, this can get divisive. It can get a little divisive. I'm throwing this all out here because I want them to know, like, don't play. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's like an open carry state. You see what I got? Don't run up over here. Don't run up over here unless you come in on some real stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm standing on facts. I don't need. We can talk encyclopedia. We can put the encyclopedia down and just get news clips of archaeology finds that happened in 2023. I stand on facts. I don't need an interpolation about the Moabites. I'm not talking about the people that Lot, the descendants of Lot. Y'all taking it way deep. You know what I'm saying? When we can literally just talk about what we found in the sand. So I would love to have a discussion with that brother. Hopefully he listens to this, and he get his mind right. You know what I'm saying? Get your mind right.
Oh, mighty Hebrew, get your mind right. I sent him the link. I don't know what he's doing now.
You know what he's doing. He heard what I. It's open carry. If it's open carry and you see what I got, are you gonna run up or you gonna be like, nah?
Is he taking notes? Is he taking notes, champ?
Yeah, he probably taking notes. If you take notes, he's gonna come on here.
Y'all in Tanzania regrouping over there, man. Don't get mad at the messenger. I'm just peeking around.
I see somebody asking, do I study with Top Cat? Nah, I know Top Cat though. Top Cat is one of those Aboriginal cats, right?
Yeah.
Aboriginal. Yeah, I don't rock. Aboriginals is like right by flat earthers. Like you know what I'm saying? Y'all related. Y'all distant cousins.
Calling out the Top Cat. You on the list too.
Yeah,
you heard it.
He got a crazy claim. It would take some study to go against it because it's such an outrageous claim. I think they don't even believe in slave ships. They go far with it. They said
that the slave trade didn't even happen, man. Then someone say it happened in reverse. Come on.
That's what I'm saying. It'd be the fringe groups. I understand saying we got here before Columbus.
Right.
I feel like there's evidence to substantiate that.
Yeah, and you know what? You're absolutely right. I had a debate lined up with Garfield on that topic, that Africans came to America before Columbus. We set it up. Kareem made the flyers. We was gonna be on Saturday Night TV. You know, the dude didn't even show up. Canceled right the day before the debate.
I bet.
So, hey, it hurts Sonnetta's heart that he had to say JJB hit one of his top guys, Garfield, by default. I would prefer for him to show up. I don't like winning by default, but then it also says a lot about JJ's character and his character. It says about mine, I'm gonna show up for the goddamn debate. About his character, it says that he runs his mouth and then he beat his feet. You see?
But Garfield funny as hell. Garfield funny as hell though. Garfield funny as hell. I used to be on his page a little bit. He used to get mad and boot me out of there, bro. He know Andrew the student.
Are you talking about that Facebook group he had? The Israelites plagiarized Kemet or some shit?
Nah, I'm talking about on YouTube. I used to jump into discussions and get booted the hell out. He booted me out. Chris Harris booted me out. They weren't trying to hear
Whoa. Did you say Chris Harris?
Yeah, Chris Harris.
Would you have a discussion with him?
Yeah, he got to wear his hat right, though. He be wearing his hat like it's 1995. Tell him.
Well, I wear mine. We older, man. I hook mine up with the Pac look sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
No, yours was cool. He had his being like a 90-degree angle to the left. His matches his shoulder blade. Like, bro, all right, DJ Drummer.
Oh, damn. Well, hey, like I said, man, look, this champion right here, he coming for Chris Harris. He coming for all of them.
Yeah, but Garfield funny. My funniest Garfield story is when he said he skipped the debate because he was doing like a sting operation with the cops. I ain't never heard nobody say that before.
Wait a minute now. Hey, champ, now look what you did. Oh, shit.
Hey, he got
tribal medicine. Go ahead and get you into this. Prince. Oh, man. You sure you ready for this? Oh.
Go ahead. Put on your good guards.
Go ahead, Mighty Hebrew. God, you can count out the mighty one. Boy. You might be.
AJ. I didn't want you to come.
What you say, family? Hey, this is my new. Hey, Mighty Hebrew. My old champ that I was grooming. He ran him out the building. I had no choice but to give him the belt. The title. He done ran to Corey. He done ran him out the league, man. Shit.
Ran him out. Damn. Yeah, first and foremost, I give all praise and honor to Yahweh, the supreme, intelligent, powerful one of our forefathers, Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, those striving for righteousness. Like I said to the family, shalom, I love them. It's definitely an honor and a privilege to be here yesterday. I know y'all know what's going on in the state of Israel. So the leadership in Dimona, they got me, you know, doing shows on different platforms to let everybody know everybody in Dimona is good. But let me get to the point real fast. I got a few minutes because I got to go back to sleep because I got to go travel to Uganda in the morning. But look, I want to say something about this 15th dynasty thing because this 12th dynasty thing, because I think he's misunderstanding me. Okay, when you go and get David Rawls' work, we know that the conventional Egyptian chronology is all 484 years. We know this today, right? You have different conventional chronologies. Even those in Egyptology don't agree. So what we're saying is because the conventional chronology is off, we had to, or those that would be considered neo-Egyptologists, they had to reconstruct a new chronology. And in the process of that, the so-called Kemetic dynasties get shifted backwards. Like say for instance, JJ, they talk about Akhenaten, for example. They'll speak of Akhenaten as if he was a contemporary of Moses. But when you deal with the new Egyptian chronology, Akhenaten wouldn't be a contemporary of Moses. He would be a contemporary of Solomon and David. You see what I'm saying? By which you have the three inscriptions in the Americas known as the Davenport Stelas, the Long Island inscriptions, things like that, with these trilingual languages of the Canaanites, the Egyptians, and the Hebrews navigating during the time of King Solomon's fleet, also known as Empire, right? So we have this information. Now, the problem is he's not doing his own ground footwork research. Now, you know me, Elder JJ. The research that I bring forth is ground footwork, by the way, Hebrew cosmogenesis and Hebrew anthropogenesis. So when I speak about the Hebrews in Africa, it's not a thing that I'm reading books. These are things that I'm on the ground doing. That's a difference. There's a very major difference. So what I want to do is go back to what he said, have a couple of my students go over it, and then I'll come back, right? Okay. And then I'll give a presentation, a PowerPoint presentation, rebut on what he said. And then from there, if I feel like debating him, I will. It all depends on if he's a worthy opponent, because I just don't debate people that don't have no ground footwork. You know that, JJ. But yeah, so he has to understand when you read Josephus against Amphion, he stabbed himself with his own sword by saying, well, you know, even Josephus and the Manetho said that they were the Hyksos. No, that's not what Josephus says. Josephus, when he wrote against Apiani, he was against Manetho or Manatho or Menethol, however you want to pronounce it. He was against him and said, no, they're not the rulers of foreign lands or the shepherd captives. They are the shepherd kings, but they were the Hyksos, they were the shepherd captives. And then another thing that you could tell the argument of this man is as if the original Hebrews were, you know, so-called Africans. Well, let me tell you something. I'm not the Hebrew that acknowledged that the original Hebrews came out of Mesopotamia. I'm a Hebrew that acknowledged they came from the Indus Valley by the way of the Yadavas. So you have to first study the background of what I acknowledge, because what's going to happen to this brother, right? He's going to think that his questions and answers are going to get responses from me as if I'm a typical Hebrew that he see on the street corner. This is how remember when I destroyed Polite? Remember when I destroyed Segi? I mean, he's no different. All the questions that he has are going to be the same regurgitated questions that that Segi asked me. Remember when I bodied Segi, Natural Tahuti, and Sinat at the same time? Remember that, JJ? Remember when I bodied young Pharaoh on Talk with the Titans? Remember when I bodied Polite or No Light or Polite, however you want to go? I mean, these guys are nothing new, JJ. It's always a new kid that come on the blog. like, damn, I'm gonna try to come at the mighty Hebrew. Man, first of all, you got to check my track record. You know what I'm saying? Like, the general don't just he don't just come out and debate a private, you know what I'm saying? Or take a private statement and say, okay, he's not bringing nothing that's new to the table. The general understanding of what people are talking about is the conventional Egyptian chronology. We dug up some bones. The Hyksos is this. He kept saying the Hyksos are Syrians. First of all, that word is a modern day word. There are many ethnic groups in Syria. Who are you talking about? You understand what I'm saying? And that's why I purposely said, well, what are you saying? Are you saying the Hyksos are the Nubians? I wasn't saying that the Hyksos were a part of the Nubians in the 15th dynasty. That's not what I said. I'm purposely asking him these questions because as of yet, he still haven't told you who the Hyksos were tribally. He didn't tell you these things. So again, at the end of the day, how does this? No, I didn't hear you, Elder.
Yeah,
yes, Elder.
Andrew Student, can you turn your camera on for a second, man? At least you want to look in the whites of your eyes of your opponent, man. There you go, mighty Hebrew.
Yeah, I'm in the. Tell him I'm outside of school. Tell him this is Andrew the Student.
I got outside of school. Because I got a flight to catch. This is what I do, bro. Let me so you'll know who I am. I need you to look me up so you have a better understanding of who you're dealing with. You need to go on esoteric thoughts on you and type in Hebrew cosmogenesis and Hebrew anthropogenesis because you want to actually know who you're talking to. A lot of these people, they come on your show, they just be they might have heard of me, but I like to compare people with the work that they do. You know, I've been doing this for 32 years. So his argument is not a new argument. I need you to bring somebody to me, JJ, that has an argument that I haven't debunked yet. And then after we debunk the argument, what are we doing after that? He's making it seem like the Hebrews aren't the African people, but I'm going to come because there's another thing I do want to challenge you on, who the actual Hebrews were. Because in your mind, it's like you're finding the so-called Jews in the state of Israel as the Israelites. But in fact, genetically, we know they're not the children of Israel. And then we have communities all throughout Africa that's been upholding the Hebrew culture, practicing the Hebrew culture thousands of years before there was any European Jewry. So my question to him is, who are the actual Hebrews and where they coming from? And I'm a pre-prophesy right now. Why does he come with the same rhetoric where he's going to call them into the 9th century BC or out of Mesopotamia, where he's going to come with something of that nature? But I'm saying, I'm saying that they go back to the Indus Valley in southern Tamil amongst the Yadavas. When you read in Bereshit, miscalled Genesis chapter 11, verse 1, it says that we travel and journey to the east. The Hebrew word is Kadim, which is another word for the Indus Valley. We found a plane called Shinar. Hey, it came. Let me just say part this from Sumer. You're talking about that were running from our war. You need to do a study the Rak Veda, the Puranas, the stands of Zion. You talk to me. I am telling you that the Hyksos are not Israelites. And I told you that this is what this man was drawn to. This is the old argument that my Egyptologists don't fuck with. He's going to give us old regurgitated information. Now, I can understand if you try to say that the Hebrew would have.
Let's see what he got.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, now, hey, Andrew the Student, the new Lionsden people champ. It's a heavy burden.
I'm a people champ. Fine, but I got to get out of here. But I'm not going to leave yet. I'm going to stay here to his response.
All right, go ahead, family. Champ, go ahead. Tell him what.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna I'm open up the StreamYard on my other phone too because I got like 4%, and I don't want it to cut off and it to be interpreted as something different. You dig? So let me open it up here just in case this one drops out.
Okay.
So that's the first thing. The second thing, I respect the Mighty Hebrew, and I've seen his work all across the internet for years. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about me is that I'm not you're trying to find a way to say this where it don't sound sharp and like I'm trying to play him or something. His work don't matter in this conversation. It means nothing to do with this conversation. He might have did some great things, he might have did some bad things, but we're going to talk about the facts. That's what we're going to talk about.
Talk about the facts.
We're going to talk about the facts. You know what I mean? Certain things that he's just saying wrong. He's saying that Josephus didn't say they were the Hyksos. That's inaccurate. It's big time inaccurate. And speaking against Apion said that they all left because of they were leapers, and they had a priest named Osireph that took them, and they went off to Canaan, and you know what I mean, and he changed his name to Moses. That's what Apion was saying. He was saying there was an obscure race. He was saying a lot of dirty things about them. So Josephus came back. Josephus fought back. 200 years later too, by the way. This is a 200-year later fight. Like, he came back later. He came back later and said, no, it wasn't a whole bunch of leapers. It wasn't a crazy priest who later changed his name to Moses. He's saying the Hyksos moved to Jerusalem, or moved to Canaan and founded Jerusalem. Now, who did that? Who did that in the Bible? We know who we talking about. Another thing this brother is doing, if he's creating his own timeline. He's creating his own timeline, and he's sticking by that instead of like what archaeology says. And what's so crazy about it is I can follow that ill logic and do that with him as well. I can follow your off timeline, and we can talk about your off timeline. Yes, back in the day, they compare Akhenaten to Moses for a couple reasons. One, historical record doesn't speak of Moses. The only time the historical record speaks of him, they say he was a priest leaving Egypt with a whole bunch of lepers. That's what historic history says about him. So the reason they look to Akhenaten, because they found a real human that came on some monotheism and was shutting down temples and knocking temples over. They found somebody who did that in real life. And so they started to compare that to him. Okay, so I understand that. And yes, Akhenaten was way later. That's like Tutmosis' daddy. That's way later. That's like 18th, 19th dynasty. You know what I'm saying? So I understand they were wrong. But then we got this thing called archaeology, and we started to dig in the dirt. And we started to figure out, wait a minute.
Digging in the dirt.
They was like, no, these are the 15th dynasty cats. And we got their bodies, and their DNA says they're from Syria. Their DNA says they're from Syria. Why does that stand out so much? Because the Bible talks about God killing everybody except for one bloodline, and that bloodline had a boat, and that boat landed on a mountain in Syria. He started creation over in Syria. So when we find some people coming from Syria into Egypt, it starts to match up with the Bible a little bit. And that's why I was telling you I don't knock the Bible. I rock with the Bible heavy. There's a couple parts we can discuss, but nah. So if he wants to use his own personal interpretation of a timeline, we can use that. That's not going to get you away from what's found in Avarice. It's not, you can't get it. It's there. We got the bodies. We got the temple you made. We got your writings. Some of the stuff y'all couldn't even do right, so y'all just wrote your name on other people's stuff. We see this. We see y'all start to trickle in from the 12th dynasty. We see this. We got the bodies. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Champ, you breaking up a little bit. Hey, Champ, you breaking up a little bit. Can you maybe come off your headphones and see how that sounds? Now,
let me see.
Yeah. Go ahead and speak now. Now, I'm just letting you dealing with the mighty Hebrew now. I'm just letting you know. Don't say too much where you might hang yourself. I'm just you know what I'm saying? I'm just giving you a fair warning what goes on when you're dealing with the mighty Hebrew. Go ahead.
All right. I'm not sure if you can hear me, but I just put another page of mine in the back chat.
Can you hear him, mighty Hebrew? Can you hear the brother?
Shalom, Hebrew.
All right, hold on. He in the house. Hold on for a second. We got two
all right. See, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? That may be a little better.
Oh, that's you right there. Yeah, that's way better. I was wondering who this guy was. All right, there you go. Yeah, that's better. Hey, hold up real quick. Hey, shout out to E-Bizzle. real quick. You
Yeah.
hey,
What's good with your broski?
just the new, Takori, he ran my new. It's the new Lionsden people champ. He ran Takori out the league, bro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man. Now, this champion, he going for top dogs. You see, he ain't he ain't fucking around with the Chihuahuas. He's going for the Rottweilers. All right, go ahead, Andrew.
All right, my bad. I switched it.
No.
You can.
Somebody mute their mic. I think it's you. Go ahead, Andrew.
Yeah, I hear that delay as well.
As a matter of fact, hey,
all right, y'all gotta bear with me
because
this device is y'all a little low. Because if I turn it up, it's a delay, so I don't want to have no echo and mess up what we talking about.
Hold it down for me for a second. You hear me?
What I was saying is that if you want to use personalized timeline,
I got you, bro.
First off, if we having a debate about history and you break out your personalized timeline, we know you on the run. You already on the run. Think if we talking about something, you like, nah, hold on, let's throw 400 years off. And I'm fine with that. We can do that, but it's going to still end bad for you. That's the part I think that you fail to see. You know what I'm saying? And somebody of your ilk should understand that. So let's talk about that up front. This ain't about Akhenaten. This is about the actual things that we have. We can discuss the clip which y'all built. And I still haven't heard you speak. Hold on, let me finish. I don't know who's trying to cut me off, but like I said, on this device, it's hard for me to hear. So when I'm talking, I really can't hear. I'm gonna stop though, so I can hear people. But let's give me like a couple more seconds to rock.
My bad, bro. My bad.
No problem. One of the things that he's gonna say a lot, but you know what he's not gonna talk about? He's not gonna talk about Set. He's not gonna talk about them being Set worshipers. He's not gonna talk about Set being the equivalent to Baal. He's not gonna talk about that. He can't talk about that. If he talks about that, we start to know even more who these people are. Now, the thing that he's stuck up on is he wants a biblical tribe name for these real people. And that's where most of his confusion is at. He wants to make them a Moabite. He wants to make them an Amorite. He wants to bring up cities that we can't find. He wants to bring up a lot of things to talk about these people instead of having a straight up conversation with your boy. You know what I mean? But y'all can let's bring it on.
Yeah. What I wanted to ask you, bro, do you think that it's biblical cities that have history? Do you think that it's biblical cities that have history, brother?
I'm sorry, it kind of broke up right when you started. Can you repeat that?
Oh, okay, my bad. I said, do you think that it's biblical cities that have history, brother?
Yes, I do.
Okay, cool. Okay. Because sometimes a lot of people they don't want to say, well, we don't have this and we don't have whoop bop the bam, but it's a lot of history within Israel. You know, that's why I don't understand why people they don't talk about it. But go ahead, bro.
No problem. I'm having a couple issues with these earphones. Hopefully y'all can still hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you, bro. I can hear you.
In the Bible, I do believe in some of the cities in the Bible. My point about this is that we have real cities where they were. We can go to Arvarus, this Teladava now, however you want to pronounce it. It's a real city, and the people we're referring to that he act like he don't know who they are. Those people are actually there. We actually have their artifacts, their bodies. We can tell you who they married. We can tell you about their burial practices. We can tell you about the horse and chariot. When we have this conversation and we get into the horse and chariot part, it's going to be hard to hide who these people really are. And it's not even a big issue. So I don't understand why you would want to hide it. Your book says you're from Syria. Your book says that God drowned everybody and the ark landed in Syria and y'all started a whole new lineage from that point. If I find people coming from Syria via Canaan and they come down here well and Set, and then they get expelled, and the historians say they started a city called Jerusalem. I mean, we're kind of fine-tuning on who we're talking about. So I think the closer we get to this discussion, I think he's going to be my ally. I truly believe that.
Are you finished? Are you finished yet?
Yeah.
I gotta get out of here. I got a plane to catch later. I gotta go to Uganda. So let me just say this real quick. My brother, I'm really not trying to insult your intelligence, but the statements that you're saying are the very thing that I said you was going to say. Your arguments are the same regurgitated arguments that I've been hearing for the last 32 plus years. The same shit. There is no proof definitive that the proto-Israelite or the Hyksos, that is theoretical. Let's go back a little bit because you keep saying that Josephus is saying this. No, he's not. When you read Against Apianon, it is Manetho saying them statements. And Josephus is countering Manetho's statements. This is they say reading is fundamental. So stop trying to make it seem as though Josephus is saying that. And when you talk about leopards and all that, so what? That was common in all African society. That's nothing new. But here's the problem that you have. And this is where the ground footwork comes in. You keep saying that the Hyksos are the biblical proto-Israelites, even though you don't want to say that. And then you start talking about they came from Syria and that the so-called Noah's Ark landed in Syria. No, it didn't. Mount Ararat is not in Syria. It's in Turkey. That's number one. Number two, right? We should have evidences of Israelites on the ground in Africa that still keep these Hebraic traditions, such as we should be able to go to the Chaga, the Wahhabrania. We should be able to go to the Lemba. We should be able to go to the sons of Judah and Zimbabwe. We should be able to go to these people, and they should have elements of which you're talking about, but they do not have these things. Even in their oral traditions, how they migrated, from northeastern Africa to central, south, and West Africa. They don't have this information you talk about. This is a Western idea of domination by the way of white supremacy. In the book of Daniel, it tells us that the Euro Gentile will rule a time and a half a time. So whoever's the conqueror, right? They are the ones that control the narrative. And then when you start talking about, chronologies, again, you have to ask yourself, what chronology are you going to use? Because all Egyptologists don't even agree with the same chronology. And then you knock brothers that want to form their own chronology based on their historical narrative. What is wrong with that? I don't have to deal with Western academia to have our own chronology. That's fuckery and foolishness. We control our own destiny and our own narrative. We don't need no Euro-Gentile Western academia to define who we were. Again, the Hebrews were what you would call phenotypical Africoid in nature, in base. We have the ground footwork that y'all see me do, not regurgitated information that this scholar said such and such. That's it. No, I'm talking about putting your feet on the ground, coming to Africa, doing the research on the Israelites that never left the continent, why they don't have these stories. If this is true that the Israelites are the Hyksos, why don't none of the tribes in Africa that are Israelites that did not leave Africa, even though they got dispersed throughout different parts of Africa, why they don't have this information? None of these Israelites over here in Africa have this. Just like the whole 12 tribe chart. This tribe is that. Nobody, hold on, let me finish. I ain't cut nobody off. Listen.
Hold up, champ.
Here, once again, I'm going to look over what you said, have some of my students look over it. And if I feel like if it's a worthy discussion, okay, The problem that I'm having with your argument, these are not new arguments. These are the same arguments, but formatted in your way. I'm saying for black folks, you should format your own chronologies. You should do your own footwork research instead of regurgitating off of what those that got us in captivity said. The Egyptologists, they do not agree. So whatever chronology you coming up with, you got other Egyptologists saying we disagree with that. Most Egyptologists today do not agree with your stance. That is an old 1900, 20th century stance. Nobody agrees with the fact that the Israelites are the Hyksos today. They don't agree with that. So if that, my whole point is, if they were, and what? Even though they're not, if they were, and what? Does it stop the fact of the mass growing fastest black movement in the world right now, the Hebrew Israelites? Is it going to stop us from being in the land of Israel? Is it going to stop us from repatriating and fulfilling the prognostication? No, it's just another person trying to get a name on social media, asking the same exact question, the same questions you asked. Said he asked me this on the couch close to 20 years ago. You know, Natural Tahuti asked me this, Young Pharaoh, Jabari Azazi, all these, the questions that you're asking, it's the same shit, bro. It's the same argument. When is somebody going to come with new foundational arguments? And when is somebody going to come, Elder JJ, doing ground footwork research? And I'm going to say this last thing, and then I'm going to let the brother speak. And then I'm not going to respond to what he said, and then I'm going to go. I'm going to give you an analogy, Elder JJ. Can you hear me, Elder JJ? I'm going to show you what's going on right now. Okay, this is what's going on. Picture a biologist, right, on the right side. And then picture on the left-hand side, somebody that reads about biology. Now, say if this biologist on the right-hand side won a Nobel Peace Prize because he might have found a cure for cancer. And in the process of finding this cure, he has to go through what? Experimentation. Experimentation, whether laboratory research on animals, people, whatever it may be, Elder JJ. But in the end, he finds a cure from cancer through experimentation. Now, the brother on the left-hand side, he's reading about biology, but he don't have no ground footwork experimentation. He's just talking about it. So now what the one on the left-hand side want to do? He wants to debate the actual biologist that put the ground foot research, won the Nobel Peace Prize. This is what's going on right here. You're going to have somebody that's just going to get what he defines as sources from people without dealing with that. In our culture, you can't do that. What he's doing, that type of scholarship, is hearsay. Deuteronomy chapter 19, verse 15 say, one witness is not enough. You need 2 to 3 witnesses. If you're not doing your own ground footwork research, you're dealing with hearsay, period. I'm not dealing with no hearsay. That's why I'm going to Uganda tomorrow to go study up on some tribes that been over there since the Assyrian Empire, right? This is the type of work that I do. I want to go into the minds of the tribes that are actually over here and sit down with their tribal chiefs and elders and hear what they got to say. And if they're saying something in contrast to what is being said, because none of this stuff this man is saying, these Israelites don't know shit about that stuff. The Israelites over here ain't identifying themselves as Hyksos. That is a Western thought. That's how we know that's theoretical, because if it wasn't, then we would have evidences in Africa of Israelites saying or having any form of connection with the Hyksos. Why we don't have that? We don't have that. And then his argument is he's going to get some Khazarian RH Moki DNA Rhesus hybrid devils to try to align his argument that these are the Hyksos, and we already know through genetic testing that the E1B1A/M2 Bantu speaking tribes in Africa are the actual Israelites, not these damn devil ass faggots that's over there in the state of Israel. This is the problem. You need to know.
Yeah.
Okay, excuse me. That doesn't reflect on the Lionsden. Let me take that back. That reflects on the Mighty Hebrew. Go get the book Israelites and Jews: A Significant Difference by Kohen Mikael ben Levi. Go get that. Go get the history of Edom and Khazariah, the other Israel, by Nabi Melchizedek ben Yohan. Go get God, the Black Man in Truth by the late Ben Ami. Go do some research on the Israelite background that I come from before you just jump out there and make it seem like you're just debating the typical Israelite. And go get some arguments, brother, that we never heard before. Everybody heard these arguments before. That's all I'm saying. All you doing is you have your own spin. Brother, do not knock people that want to formate their own conventional chronologies. What is wrong with that? We need to tell our own history. We need to define who we are. We don't need no more to take your Gentiles and say, yo, we're going to go by their chronology of our own history. And again, we're not the Egyptians. The Egyptians are the modern day Bija tribes of the Sudan. You keep identifying, and that's another thing I want to bring up, because you're trying to make it seem like you keep saying we as if they're your people. You know that the modern day original Comedians do not have the same DNA as so-called African Americans. We are not them people. That's the thing that I challenge you. Just because a people is dark, that don't mean that they are people. They're the E1B1B/A tribes of Sudan, the Bija tribes and the Somalians. They are your original Comedians. And then I would challenge you go into the pre-dynastic periods, and I could show you that the dynastic periods were born from out of the pre-dynastic Nagas of Tamar Nadu. This brother don't know who he fucking with. He said, I'm not that brother that you so I challenge you to regurgitate parrot chirping, so-called sourcing up versus ground footwork research. Let's see what the elders in these tribes say. You know what I'm gonna do, JJ? I'm in Uganda. I'm gonna take some video footage and I'm gonna ask some of the chiefs over there, is the Israelites of Uganda connected to the Hyksos? You know what they're gonna say? Who? Who are they? What are you talking about? They don't know nothing about this stuff that this man's talking about. This is some this is some Western academia shit that black people is gravitating to in the United States. We don't acknowledge that the Hispanics are the Israelites, the Native Americans. We don't acknowledge that. All that stuff is from the United States. When you deal with the worldview of Israelite presence, they don't acknowledge none of them stuff. So I'll land the floor. Yo, JJ, man. I gotta get some. Please, JJ, give me somebody that don't fear challenging. I respect you, brother, if you challenge Western consensus, Western academic consensus. You know this is really a form of white supremacy. When black people try to get themselves out of captivity and try to separate themselves, you got these brothers that are come on live and try to challenge the Israelites when in fact all they argument points is coming from the same man that enslaved us. He keeps talking about what they digging up. You ain't dig up shit, brother.
Let me ask you this, brother.
Let him land,
all your points come from Royal Society. You know, don't cut me off. I ain't cut you off. All your reference points come from the Royal Society from out of London, England. Everything you're building on is built on white supremacy. And please don't tell me anything about, well, when you're dealing with archaeology, paleontology, and anthropology, it's not dealing with any form of white supremacy. Yes, it is. All that is built off the pseudosciences of the imagination of the Euro Gentile to control the element. That's why they had to use Egypt as a premise in a battle axe to force white supremacy throughout Africa. That's why they try to make in this book written on this stuff, brother. You order Napoleon, you know, Petrie, these dudes was white supremacists, man. The objective was never to make Egypt a beacon of light for black people. It was used a beacon of light through the illuministic manipulation of white supremacy to control the sub-Saharan so-called Africans, brother. That's what that was used for. That didn't have anything to do. Hallelujah. Hebrew Israelites sovereign. That's rich here.
Yeah. Hey, hold up. Now see, Andrew the student, the new Lionsden people check. Hey, bro, I told you. See, you slapped the cord around, but we got some real heavy hitters over here. Now, before you go in, I got to introduce the Lionsden discussion champion. I'm talking about no other than Apostle.
Okay, I wanted to respond to him. I got to run in school. I want to respond to him.
Hold your horse, champ. Go ahead, Apostle, real quick.
Good County Coso, I got here, got more Israel blood than the Hyksos have in him.
We can't hear you.
County, you can't hear me.
Yeah.
This County Coso, this $3,500 dog I got more Israel blood than the Hyksos got. What the hell are you talking about? No Hyksos, no Israelite. How the hell? And the Hyksos, he can be Hebrew. He can be from Eber, but he cannot be from Jacob. Jacob, he did not come out of Jacob's loin. So how can he be Israel?
All right, hold up, champ. I'm talking about Champ Apostle. Hold up, champ. First, I'd like to introduce you to the new Lionsden People's Champion. He ran to Corey out the league. He ran to Corey out the league, bro. Well, you missed it.
I got to know what happened. I see Corey's eyes all puffed up. I'm like, what the hell done happened, man?
Hey, Andrew the student, turn your camera on. He said you got the Corey running around here with his eyes puffed up.
I seen this picture, man. Corey, I'm like, what the hell done gone on? Well, not say it ain't so.
Yeah.
Bizzo, say it ain't so, man.
Yeah,
say it ain't so.
It's a new people's champion time, man. And he putting guys on notice.
He beat him with Hyksos being Israelites.
No, they had a different time. Corey said, look. Corey said,
man, y'all clowning, man. Y'all clowning.
Hold up. Hey, Apostle. He asked the Corey
on the flat earth. Must have been on the flat earth.
No. I told him. I said, leave that flat earth alone, bro.
Flat earth. Must have lost on the flat earth.
Hell no.
Hey, he asked the Corey, where did the gold come from? And the Corey said, where did Israel get the gold from? He said, nature.
Oh my God. Listen, but much respect. Let me say this. I don't puff up nobody's smoke, man. But you come fucking with the mighty Hebrew, you better come correct. That's all I'm telling you. Come correct. When you come fucking with the mighty Hebrew, Prince Lon said, you come correct when you fuck with the prince.
All right, good. All right, champ. All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Andrew, the student, the new Lionsden people champ. He ran the Corey out the league if you're coming in late.
Oh my God.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
Tell me what happened, man.
Let's go.
Man.
When I start talking, can y'all hear me good? Because when I start talking, I ain't gonna be able to hear good.
Yeah, we got you. We hear you.
All right, I'm just gonna go in and out real quick so y'all can hear me. Shout out to Apostle, man. Apostle, I'm a fan. I rocks with you. I seen you on hella occasions do your thing. You know what I mean? Salute to you. You know what I mean? Real talk. And I would never take the mighty Hebrew lightly, you know what I mean? At all. That's not my goal. But it's a couple things he said. I think he's gone, but I hope he runs this back so he can get this into his new data banks. We got to update my brother. You know what I'm saying? It's a couple things. First off, he said he's on the ground in Africa. That is super dope. So I'm big Africa. That's my whole thing is big Africa. So I rock with that. And I look forward to joining him over there one day because that's where I'm trying to go. So if he's gonna use that as a flex, tell him that is an effective flex. Like, yes, nigga, I'm trying to be over there too. So salute to you. Secondly, he said, why do people in Africa don't know about it? Why do people in Africa don't know about it? Why the Hebrews in Africa don't know about it? They was colonized. What are you talking about? You talking to Africans that are speaking to you in French. You are talking to Africans that are speaking to you in Portuguese.
Oh, no.
You talking to Africans speaking to you in English. What are you talking about? Why don't they know about this? They got it worse than what we got it. We got up out of there and fought for freedom. They just got their freedom like some of them still ain't free. They still got the ops flag. And he talking about Uganda. Uganda was free in like 1960. So what are we talking about? Like that's what I was talking about. When you make up your own timeline, certain things get mixed out. Stick to the script. Somebody in Africa speaking French, of course he don't know. He's speaking French. He got his whole culture taken away from him. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. So let's just talk about what's real and what's not. Second thing, he was talking about his student. Oh, he was talking about Turkey. He said it was founded in Turkey. Turkey was founded in 1923. Why are you bringing up Turkey and Noah's Ark? That's what I'm talking about. People don't understand like a timeline. We need to like write a timeline on the wall as we has these talks. If I say Turkey, you know that this is the 20th century. We talking about Noah. What? That's what I'm saying. And he'll stand on that, and y'all really respect him, so y'all let that rock. Don't ever let him tell you that they found it in Turkey. If he can say they found it in modern day Turkey, he can say that. But you gotta throw an adjective in there to really explain what you're talking about. Don't say Turkey to me. That happened in 1923. These are facts. You know what I'm saying? So that's the second thing. The third thing, he said he's gonna have his students look over it. I think that's a flex. I think that's a flex. That's dope. Have your students check my words. Tell your students to check out the real student. They may be students to me one day. So, like, yeah, have your students check out what I'm saying, and they're gonna come back to you like, boss man, the brother is speaking facts. I don't know how to tell you this, but he's speaking facts. Now, I'm not gonna knock your personalized timeline, but we are gonna call it a personalized timeline. You know what I'm saying? So, period. It's no other way I can express that. You come into a debate with your own timeline. Of course, we're not hip. We're not hip to some stuff that you made up yourself. No, we're not hip. We're going to have to talk about before common era, after common era. That's where we're going to meet and have this discussion. We're going to meet where we have measurements that we both can measure, not something that you don't measure in your room, or you in Africa speaking French. Like, bro, they was colonized. So if you go to Uganda, I think Uganda got free maybe in the 70s, maybe when Uganda. And Uganda, they speak English too. So they got it raw like we got it. They speak English and Swahili. Like, I know my stuff. Like, this is the student. And he should know the vibes by now, man. I'm gonna hold the people champ. I'm gonna hold this down. They should have never gave it to me, because now I'm gonna hold it down. And if me holding it down means I gotta shake the Hebrew, the mighty Hebrew up a little bit, well, guess what's gonna happen? He's gonna get shaken up. It's gonna shake his students first, because the students is gonna read what I'm saying and be like, damn, buddy's speaking facts. And then he's gonna have to come talk to me. And that's gonna be a whole different story, man. Shout out to the Lionsden. It's always great rocking with y'all. I am outside of my school because I am the student, and I gotta go to class. I at least gotta go in here and scan the barcode to show that I came today. You know what I mean? But I get out of here.
Man,
you know what I mean?
What school you registered at?
I'm in school. I'm being an electrician. I go to Lincoln Tech, bro.
Okay.
I'm an electrician.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Where everything got to be facts. When you're an electrician, you can only deal with facts. If I'm wrong, I'm going to burn your house down, or I'm going to electrocute myself. It ain't your I can't come with my personalized data when we're talking about electricity. I can't say, hey, I think this gauge of wire can handle this. Nah, we got to go by the NEC rules. We got standards. We all have to meet and agree on these standards before we can build anything. You know what I'm saying?
Two different rules of conduct, two different rules to follow.
You got to move your mic closer, champ.
Two different rules of conduct, two different rules to follow. So
hey, let me say something real quick, man.
You can't apply one to the other.
Yeah,
but I dig it, man.
Yeah. Hey, Andrew, the student, the new Lionsden People Champ, has put the conscious community on notice. Chris Harris, Jabari, well, not Jabari. Hold up, I ain't hear him say Jabari. Mighty Hebrew, Cesaria, Ron.
Chris Harris don't like me.
because I believe in a historical Jesus.
Oh, I do too. Me
So
and
he
him went
don't,
back
you
and
know what I
forth on
mean?
that. He
He don't
didn't
like
want to
that.
smoke on that topic, not for real. Not for
Nah,
real.
it's in the historical record. My whole thing is history.
Matter
You
of fact,
can't
Chris
erase.
Harris, I'm finna call Chris Harris right now. Go ahead, keep talking, champ.
Now, I was gonna say you can't erase history, even when it don't line up with your personal views. If you've been knocking Christians your whole life and you find out that that's a historical Jesus, you got to bow down to reason. You got to bow down to logic. You got to bow down to the information, and that's what we're doing.
Just let me say this real quick to the
Yeah, go
mighty
ahead.
Hebrew. Hope you listening, brother. I still got you down. I'm still holding you down. So don't worry about it. You may come a little late, but don't worry about it. You'll see it when you get it. All right, brother. Take care.
Hold up. Okay,
What's
he ain't answered.
Apostle Hebrew?
Yes, sir.
He busy. I get him though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Apostle
man.
Hebrew.
Yes,
Peace,
sir. What's up, Bizzle?
Shalom, brother.
Shalom, man. What's
Shalom.
up?
The audience is receiving you well, champ. They say I like this new champ. See, Corey, this is how a champ come. You want to hide in the back chat and argue for 5 and 6 hours, then you ain't got time for a debate. Let you tell it. Much time you spent in the back chat arguing, you could have done 3 debates in 2 days.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. But Corey, when I'm hearing it don't sound like you, brother, come chat with the brother, man. Come on, man. Come on home.
Yeah, he
and
let us
chat with the
down,
brother.
man. As far as how he left out of here and slandered us, said the debates is rigged. Oh man, it was crazy, man. Brother, you had one judge that voted for you. I guess I can rig the audience because it was a tie with the apostle. I said, let's go to the viewing audience. And hey, viewing audience, when it was all over said and done, it was like 53% to 47%. It was 80 votes.
Oh, that's close. That's close.
But in the beginning it wasn't, but we let it stay up a little bit longer just to see how it play out. But it says Corey's own fault. And the reason why I say that to say this is because I did all the advertising for you as I could for this debate. Corey didn't advertise it to his Facebook friends not one time. He was on his page promoting Batman. Bane. So my Bane's the only guy that beat Batman. I said, what type of madness is this?
Stop. Don't chew on my furniture. Go ahead, man.
But yeah. So, like I said, we're going to go ahead and get up out of here, man. I just want to introduce y'all to the Lionsden's new people's champion, Andrew the student, Andrew the great, the okay, hold up. Yeah. So, yeah, we're going to get up out of here. Any last words for E-Bizzle and Apostle? Then we're going to let Andrew close it out.
Quick,
I just wanted to say shalom to everybody. You know, it was a great show. And, just shalom.
All right. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, Chad. What you got lined up coming up?
No, man, y'all that know prayer, pray for the brother. I passed out 4 times in the last 3 days.
Oh man, yeah.
So I've been I backed away from things trying to get myself together.
Get your health together, man.
Yeah, man.
Elder.
That's important. I don't know why I don't know why I'm passing out like that. But we'll get to the bottom of it. Y'all just pray for me, man. Most High can do anything but fail. I believe that.
That's right.
So, La Jefa, did you talk to my family? La Jefa.
She might be away from the phone.
Okay.
I mean, from the computer.
I just wanted to make sure she talked to my family.
Yeah, she probably away. But yeah, Andrew, you still there? I think he might have fell off.
Who you got on the phone?
Hold up. Yeah. And they're going okay. So yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Man, we've been on for an hour and a half. I just wanted to
Yeah. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm gonna congratulate you.
Apostle, you got to put the number in. I think it's a number off or something. Put it in there again.
Okay, I'll put it in there. I'll get it to you again.
Okay, go. Would you just gonna congratulate him? Go ahead, Apostle.
Yeah, I'm saying I'm gonna take the time out to congratulate you on your victory. Corey is not an easy one to take down. And if you took him down, there's much respect to you, brother. If the audience say you took them down, then I accept it, man. You did your
man.
thing.
88 out of 80 people that voted, man. Shit.
I said, it breaks my heart that he took it the way he took it. We all can't win all the time, but you guarantee another day.
Right.
See, you can come back.
That's what I told him.
You can come back. So, I mean, and I believe, Corey, you lost once before and you can't.
He lost. That's his third loss. He won by 10 debates and lost 3. He ain't like he been giving his treat.
Right.
Come on, man.
So, come on, man. Chew that up, man.
Right.
Count that to dung and come on back and shake hands with your brothers over here. We here waiting.
Oh man, he had to do some apologizing before he stepped foot back up in here, man. And that ain't no joke.
Do what you got to do, Corey. Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what's up.
Andrew, he gonna be helping us upgrade on some of our production. You know, he does music and make videos and stuff. You know, we got a good technical team with Karima, and then I added Andrew the student. He's the people's also. He's our new production guy. So stay tuned for more. Upgrade. Maybe do commercials or whatever. However we do this, man. But it's going down in 2024.
Give me a minute to put this in the back chat.
Yeah, put it in the back chat, man. So any last word, Andrew? Congratulations, man. You snatched that man hard out, made him run. Corey ran out the league, y'all. Nobody put him out. I said you can have a rematch. You said you wanted to debate Flat Earth. That was supposed to be your next debate. What are you doing? You want to hear it. So congratulations, Andrew, for the new Lionsden people. I already like what you're doing. You said you would debate Mighty Hebrew, any of them. So that's what JJ do. That's what I do.
I understand. I just want to say,
Israelites, Christians, Muslims, flat earthers, round earthers. It don't matter.
Yeah, that's how it is. But salute to everybody. I want to say salute to Apostle too. I thought that was a good look. And coming from you, that means something. You know what I mean? I respect what you do. So thank you for that. Those words. You know what I mean? I got one victory under my belt. So I am not about to get big headed up here at all. I know who the Mighty Hebrew is. I know who he is, and I know what he can do. But unfortunately for him in this situation, I'm standing on facts. And when I stand on facts, I feel like Wilt. I get to talking different. I get to bouncing around. I'm gonna turn my camera on so you can see me bounce. I get to bouncing around talking different because I'm standing on facts. Yeah. You can't beat facts. You would have to make an alternate timeline to beat my facts. You understand what I'm saying? You would have to say we're not doing BC and AD. You gotta come. You that's how you gotta come. That's why I had Corey. Corey went to the book of Jasher. He went to uncanonized books. He went to the book of Jubilee.
Oh.
You see where I got you? If you're dealing with facts, I'm gonna have you in the book of Jubilee. If you're dealing with facts, I'm gonna have you in the book of Jasher. I'm gonna have you creating alternate timelines.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? And the crazy part, hey, I'm the champ. I'm about to leave real quick, but it was one dude that took everybody down, and the only way they could beat him was to create an alternate timeline, and that's Thanos. You know what I'm talking about? That's Thanos. They had to create an alternate timeline 5 years later and go back in time and try to fight him when he was at a weaker position. And that's what he's gonna have to do with your alternate timeline. Please don't bring that in here. I respect him, but you know I'm not gonna respect the alternate timeline. And I don't think none of the people should either. And that's on Andrew the student, man. You know the vibes. It's the Lionsden.
Lionsden people's champ. Hey, put y'all on notice.
It's in the back chat, the private chat.
They put y'all on notice, man. You hear me? Mighty Hebrew, I love you. Don't take this guy lightly. Yeah. Chris Harris, if you lurking around peeking, he coming for you. Elder Yara, y'all got some unfinished business as well. Stay tuned. Right. Corey is a thing of the past. He ran up out the league. Andrew the student and scared him away. Because if he would have beat me, I'd be like, bro, let's run it back. Like when Jeremiah Police said that y'all beat me, you know, one of the judges, you know, was tied 1-1, and then the one judge picked him. You know, even though the judge said neither one of y'all proved that second edges 13:42:50, none of y'all proved that the Israelites came through the Euphrates. That wasn't my argument, but I still took the loss. You see? And what I did, What I did, I said, hey, congratulations. I called him next day. Let's run another one back. Corey, that's what you do. I didn't go crying. I didn't go, even though the judge, what that judge said, he said second Edges 1340 through 50. None of y'all proved that the Israelites came through the Euphrates River to come to the Americas. That wasn't my argument. That was an opponent argument. But I took that L. To Corey. And I came to that man, congratulated him. So, when I couldn't shake his hand, but I did like that. And then I called him as they said, let's do the 12 tribe chart. And he didn't want no smoking that. Because that's what the title was supposed to be. But they try to flip it up a little bit. It's okay. It's not losing builds character. You learn from your mistakes. You learn what you could have did better last time. In that debate, I learned what I could have did to really seal the deal after I watched it. But some of them artifacts that he was bringing up in that debate, man, those things been debunked. But it was just something that I did in that debate that maybe kind of messed it up. You learn from it, man. It ain't the end of the world. And with that being said, Kareem, let's get up out of here with one of the songs. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And I try to get a hold of Christ Michael. He ain't been answering. So if not, I'll show the debate with Tahuti beat the brakes off of Judah Nazareth tonight. We can recap this as Judah think it was rigged. I don't know how. How is it rigged? There was 5 judges on there. 2 of them was Israelites. One of them was a Christian, and then one of them was an atheist, and one of them was open believer, non-believer, or something like that. But one of the Israelites voted against you, bro. Judah Nazareth, Jason Sosa.
I told you the dude said it out of his own mouth. He's a homo. He got homosexual tendency.
Well, you been apostle. We did a whole show on it last night.
I told you that before that.
I already, bro.
And you were saying, no, he ain't like that. Cosmic.
No, I said he repented.
You can't repent, man.
I don't know, man. Damn, I gave him a chance to come back.
You can't go around talking about you enjoy sucking dick and then repent.
Oh God, this is a family program. Can you choose a better word for it?
Okay. You can't do it, brother. You can't do it. He done dismerged his wife, his family, himself, everything about, man, he said that shit out his mouth. This ain't what somebody is saying about him. He said that shit.
Oh, I ain't heard that video footage. You, Karima? That part, god damn, dude.
All you do is keep playing the one you got.
Oh
shit. He just didn't say.
Now you know what? Oh, you talking about the video where he said he thinking about killing himself?
Right.
So if you go further along, there's more.
He said he used to think about sucking.
That's enough. Okay. With that being said, man, hey, Karima, get us up out of here with a song. I got 2 of my champions on here. The discussion champion, the Lionsden people champion, and we also got the Smushinator as our intercontinental debate champion. Those 3 guys are looking for all the smoke. Any of y'all that won't smoke, come holler at us. We ready to give it. Go ahead, Sister Karima. Let's get up out of here. Peace and blessings. We love y'all.
Good seeing y'all, man.
Yeah, love you, Apostle.
Yep. Brother. Love you too. Love you, Karina. Get that number, baby. Give him a call.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's a new people's champion town, and he ain't taking no shorts. That's right. Chris Harris, you don't notice. All of y'all.
All right, ready.
Oh, you want me to?
I want you and that young man to tie that knot. I'm going to pray for you. And I want you to hold on to God's unchanging hand, because he helped Joshua fight the battle of Jericho. Yes.
It's the old
Daniel get out the Lionsden. He helped get off the island.
Let me get straight to the business. Yeah. Got them lions in the building. Yeah. Why you lying to the children? Yeah. Why you lying to the children? Yeah. Nazi, you the mother. Cause you cannot go to daughter. All the sons and all the daughters. Standing hard with big manotas. But my son, he made me Taurus. On that line, I'm still a Taurus. Karate kicking Chuck Norris, 4-5 on my waist. If he started, will not hesitate to get retarded. Oh lordy, he ain't got a PowerPoint, he forest. He running to the hills like a Philistine. G-Hawk hitting Hamites with the guillotine. Situation turned up with the ratchet team. JJ 7000 to the bait league. I know them haters gon' hate me, but he won't debate me. Pistol off safety. He respond, come wake me. If I don't get up, nigga shake me. If he don't show up, then he fake G. I touch down and make these nigga nuts hate me. Dear brother. Ballin' and crawling all the way from H-Time. Let me get straight to the business. Man, them lions in the building. Why you lying to them children? Why you lying to them children? You gon' cry, you gon' get it. Me, I'm like a frog, nigga, ribbit. Of course, it's in the spirit. I just got the Porsche, she can steer it. Michael got the raw, Shaq and Willie. Lamborghini doors, you better not spill it. Mama's high, say I'm more than just a villain. Mama's cry, I'm dope and wide for her children. Suicide, immortalized as the realest, yeah. Death by cop, black suicide. Let me get straight to the business. Got them lions in the building. Why you lying to them children? Yeah. Why you lying to them children? Yeah. RIGHTEOUS. Man, you know I been there. Man, they know they no contest. Yahoo, he do the bed. Wow, what's that? Why didn't they take it over? Number one debate league, you heard me?
One debate league.
Stuck. Everything, nigga. Metaphorically, of course.
Y'all next time. How about Shem Yahweh Shabbat? We out.